What's up, guys? We have Mr. C-Tech himself in the flesh.
What's up, guys?
And he's here to teach us about these Baja trucks.
No teaching, just talking.
Just talking. See, we don't agree here. He says one of these trucks have a better value than the other, and I say, no, you're wrong. So you guys got to help us out here. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. So Barry, dollar for dollar, which truck are you taking if they're the exact same number?
They're both the exact same price?
Same price.
Same year?
Same year.
I'm going Raptor R.
Really?
Well, and I'll tell you why.
Uh-huh.
That scenario won't happen.
Why is that?
Well, because if you think price for price, a used 23 Raptor from what I've seen versus a used 23 TRX, I found the TRXs are bringing $10,000 to $20,000 less. 23 for 23.
Really?
Yeah, and if you go 24 for 24, I'd say it's pretty similar also. But now, if they were the exact same price, I mean, exactly, both 100 grand, I'm going Raptor R.
Okay.
But it's not, though. At least from what I see, by me, I see the Raptor R's seem to be bringing more money, which makes sense. TRX has been out a few more years. There's more of them out there. I think what'll be real interesting is 2-3 years from now, where both these trucks at.
Okay.
Because I had a Raptor R. I love it. We just compared both these trucks driving. I think the visceral experience, the fun factor, in a lot of ways, I like more of the TRX. The supercharger.
Sorry about that.
No,
that's what I have to deal with every day.
Exactly. So the supercharger whine, I think it sounds awesome in the TRX. The exhaust note, I like better in the TRX. The engine characteristics, I think, are so different from each other. The TRX has got that like big hit bottom end, like the zero lag. You noticed that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Whereas the Raptor R is no slouch, but it doesn't have that like punch you in the face acceleration. But the Raptor R really comes on in the higher RPMs. And I've said this before, I think these motors, even though they're supercharged V8s, the performance of how they operate feels so different. Suspension-wise, I just noticed, I thought it was gonna be closer. Dude, I gotta give Raptor R the nod there. It's small bump compliance, it feels better. We both know off-road. What do you think's better? Raptor.
No doubt.
I think.
Yeah, no doubt.
The other thing I like better about the Raptor R is two-wheel drive. I wish Ram had a two-wheel drive option.
That's why the fuel economy is so much worse.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually I got a video coming on that.
Okay.
I did a Raptor four-wheel drive auto versus two-wheel drive. I've been holding on to this video for like 6 months. It literally, because everyone's like, it's a huge hit in fuel economy. And so, yeah, check out C-Tech review.
Yeah, check it out, guys.
But interior-wise, man, Ram interior is awesome. I think it's better. The technology, I like the gauges, I like the dash better, I like the steering wheel better of the Ram. I'm gonna give Ford the nod though, the seats, dude. Those Recaros are awesome. Yeah. They look awesome, they feel a little bit better. For me, in the northern climate, if you're thinking long term, which most people that buy these trucks are not, an aluminum body in the Ford holding up in a Midwest rust belt, I think that's gonna hold up better than Ram. Ram's got the big nod on that rear axle, like the Dana 60. I think that's awesome. Ford's got the nod. I like 37s. What's interesting, I don't know if you notice, if we look at both these trucks, especially if we get to the side or in the rear, the Ram sits up as high, if not higher. Do you notice that? Especially like looking down the bedside. Like if you get in the middle of the truck, the Ram is a higher postured truck.
You're right.
So what's interesting to me is you'd think that the Raptor, be it on 37-inch tires, and the TRX on 35s, would sit higher, but the ride height is actually a little higher on the TRX. It just sits in a little different of the suspension zone. And you really notice if we go to the back of the truck, the TRX sits up a lot higher. And it's wild because if you think about it, this truck, and if you look at side by side, look how much bigger the tire is.
True.
I mean, it's noticeably larger. So you should have, you would think, 1 inch more of height, but the Raptor sits a little bit lower in the suspension stroke, and it is super noticeable. Look at the back here, JB. Look how much higher the bed is. Dude, that's like, I mean, look at that. What is that, like 6 inch, like 2 inches?
Yeah.
I mean, that's gotta be 2-3 inches lower.
No, you know, honestly, now that you point that out, the Raptor R obviously has the taller tires, but look at the width.
I know.
See, these are what, 325s?
Yeah. Well, and these are aftermarket tires too.
They are. Well, no, but that's the same
width.
Size.
Yes.
And then on this one, you have 37 by 12 and a half.
Right. Let me do the math on that real quick.
Do the conversion for me real quickly.
This is a 12.5-inch tire. Factory is 12.8. Okay. Granted, this is aftermarket, so you got a little bit different square as far as sidewall.
I see.
Ford's got a little bit more of a bubble.
Yeah.
But stock for stock, I do think it's a little bit more noticeable, and you will notice when you jump from a 35-inch tire to a 37-inch, 37 12.5s, they look narrow. I've always noticed this.
Now, well, how wide are those wheels too?
It's good. I don't know if it's going to say on there.
17 by 8.5.
Okay.
So 17
we'll
by
compare that
17 by 8.5.
Okay.
And let's go see what the
Here, I want to see Payload Master here.
Payload.
You're the Payload Master.
Payload. 1330. Well, I think Ford might win this one. 1331 for Payload.
Hey, look over this. Like, let's just glance real quick at the interior. Soft
true.
touch, good storage. Nice controls. I don't see any issue on the side of the door. You know, you get the carbon fiber, looks cool. American flag, dig that. Carbon fiber looks nice there. Steering wheel looks good. Not flat bottom, no big deal. But these seats, dude, the Recaros are awesome.
They did step it up a little bit for the 24 to 25.
But it's still like not as premium. You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's check out this Ram real quickly.
So what was that? 1331, right?
Yeah, 1331.
And what are we on this one?
1322.
Wow. Okay.
I'm actually, well, hold on. What was the gross? Do you remember what the gross fuel weight?
This is way higher, dude.
Yeah,
this is 7,800
pounds.
I'll look at the other one real quick.
So, and you guys see the wheels are, so these wheels are 18 by 9.
Okay, so they're half-inch wide.
So they're a little, so sometimes the extra width of the wheel can make the tire look a little bit more girthier.
Okay, and that was 7,800 GVW, right?
Yeah, 78.
This 7,450.
Wow.
Everything I've seen is the TRX is what, 400 pounds heavier or so?
Yeah.
Approximately, maybe a little bit more. Probably comes from the steel body in some areas. Maybe with that rear axle, that Dana 60 might be a little heavier.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, they're both sweet trucks. I mean, look at the difference in height though from the rear right here. That's a big difference.
No, to your point, the Ram has a more aggressive wide body.
Yes, 100%. Looks awesome. They, to me, Ram basically mimicked the body style of the Gen 1 Ford Raptor.
Okay.
Whereas I feel like Ford said, we want to kind of modernize our Baja truck. And in some ways I like it, but there's also ways I've never liked about my Gen 3 is like, if you look at the thickness of the fender flare on the Raptor, especially on the front fender, there's an awkward space up here I've never cared for. Have you ever noticed this? If you look at like right here, got bigger fender, smaller here. Now look at this area. Dude, that's thick. Wow. And they did it. They did it to hit this body line right here because that jet fighter. The whole theory was this is based off the F-35 jet. That was the whole marketing of this truck.
Gotcha.
Not Jurassic Park Raptor stuff. It was more based on like the jet fighter. So I got their whole marketing appeal.
Yeah.
Personally, they're both aggressive looking trucks in different ways. Like, I mean, I think that the front bumper looks more aggressive. I think on the Raptor, I think it looks more off-road-esque.
Especially the new one.
Especially the modular front bumper. The 24 Plus bumper looks even better. This looks more, it's tougher than a standard like Rebel, but not as beefy. And I see the same in the rear. Headlights, grille, man, choose your poison. They both look cool in different ways.
Yeah.
I kind of dig the big supercharger like hood scoop on the Raptor. Interior, man, they're both sweet and awesome. I mean, you can't lose either way, I don't think.
No, absolutely. And you know, one thing that you really see with both of these trucks, the wide body, that is the biggest game changer between a Baja truck and an off-road truck. Yeah. You get that wide stance, and they, to your point, they both look menacing. And I mean, look at how much wider this truck is. Up,
what, 4 to 6 inches on each side.
It's insane. Yeah, and again, see over here.
Yep.
There's just so much more width on these trucks. And obviously having that ground clearance. But to your point, I can't wait to see your video on what you're talking about for the full-time four-wheel drive versus the
two-wheel
drive.
Yeah. I should have did it on my Raptor R and I never got around to doing that. That would have been kind of fun to do. I mean, I think that they're both cool trucks in different ways. I love the 8-speed trans behind the Ram. I think it's amazing. With that being said, somehow Ram or Ford, I think they did a great job with the trans calibration behind the Raptor R. I think it's pretty solid. You don't hear many issues there. Up until recently, you couldn't really make more power easily on the Raptor R. Your only option is spend, what, 15 grand on a Whipple kit. Yeah, and then you get 1,000 horsepower. That's pretty sweet. But now we can start tuning these things, and guys are, what was it, Palm Beach Dyno or whatever? These guys added 200 horse with a tune and E85 and like a pulley. It was insane. So I think there's a lot of capability with this GT500 or the 5.2 Predator motor, Carnivore, whatever you want to call the engine. But Hellcat's no slouch. I mean, that's a beast as well. But stock for stock, yeah, Raptor R is gonna be a little faster. But with that being said, I think the TRX has got a little more fun, visceral experience. That's just my opinion.
Well, you don't hear that turbo whine.
No, not really. That's
and see that right there. I'm shocked that Ford didn't incorporate that because it's probably an easy thing to really do.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and pop the hoods and check out what's under there.
A little rev.
Oh yeah. You gotta turn the exhaust on, right? There it is.
There it is. Now we got an open Baja mode.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
That sounds pretty good.
But I think the characteristics of that rev tell a lot about it. Do you notice how like snappy?
Yeah.
Dude, that's the difference, man. The 5.2 is just snappy.
Yeah.
The way it just like climbs the RPMs. But this, I think the TRX has got like that old school like big block V8 sound. Doesn't rev up as snappy. They're so different driving experience, man.
Yeah, the Ram sounded more rich.
Yes.
Like it had like that rich feel when you hit it. Actually kind of sent some shockwaves down my back a little bit.
This is almost like your Z06.
Yeah, like this is raw. Like this raw performance exhaust sound.
Just really high RPM.
Yeah, Ford has that higher pitch. Like,
yes.
It like screams out once you get up into higher RPMs.
I also think Ford does a better job in the rear of the truck. Okay, like the rear bumper is an example. This is definitely more.
Oh,
look
100%.
Look at the off-road clearance. You get a lot more in the corners than the Ram. That looks just like a regular Ram rear bumper.
Yeah, and then that's all it is too.
And then the other big thing is I like how Ford does the applique on the rear.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas really, if you see the back of this truck, the Ram, if you don't see the TRX badge in the corner, you don't know it's really a Raptor.
That's
because
true.
you're only going to ever see the big Ford applique on the back of a Raptor.
That's true.
But I'm sorry, in the back of the TRX, you're not going to see it unless you see a TRX in a corner. So just different ways to skin a cat. I mean, they both got recovery points in the rear bumper. I like that. Second row legroom. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Second row in the Ram wins big time, I think.
Let's go and check it out.
Reclining second row seats, cooled second row. You don't get that in the Ford, sadly.
Yeah, let's see with the Ford first.
Well, the Ford's got good storage underneath.
That is true.
And nice like Alcantara, nice heated seats. You know, I don't see an issue there. Soft touch everywhere. It just doesn't have that executive presence that you get in the TRX in the second row, or even the RHO. Now we look at the Ram. I mean, you got reclining second row seats, right? Well, of course, this one doesn't because it's a level 1 truck.
Level 1.
But the level 2 truck gives reclining seats, and I think this is also another. Oh gosh, man, we did not do a good job on this. No, I'm just teasing. The level 2 truck's got a better center console. You get reclining rear seat, and you get cooled rear seat.
Well, see, that's a plus for the Ford is it just comes one way.
That's true. It's maxed out for sure.
Whereas Ram cuts your legs off every once in a while.
This is a big deal to me.
True.
The storage in the floor of the Ram is just awesome.
I agree with that for sure.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what does Ram do with the new TRX. Do they just do maxed out, loaded out like Ford? You know, 115 grand, 125 grand. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you're buying one of these trucks used, which one's the better value? What do you think? What would you do?
I go Raptor.
You go Raptor
for value. Absolutely Raptor.
It's sweet, man. I mean, they're awesome. Like, how do you not love a Raptor? I love the TRX as well. I like the fact the two-wheel drive. That's a big deal to me. And that Fox suspension. This is a little more supple on the road. And I don't know what Ram did to the RHO to make it a little softer on the road. I feel like it's a little more compliant than the older TRX. It'll be interesting what the new TRX does. Off-road, you know what the Raptor can do suspension-wise. Yeah. Not that this is bad, but that's the Raptor's playground.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man, it's fun.
I know we gotta go to the airport now.
Yeah.
I gotta drop you off.
Yeah, dude. But Thank you, man. This is fun.
C-Tech in the flesh. Hopefully this won't be the last time we get together.
For sure.
Yeah, so be sure to check out his channel. When are you gonna drop that video? You gotta give us a date and time now.
In the next few days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
I'll put a link. I'll give you a link. Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And now we gotta ride that sweet Z06. We gotta get you to Michigan, man. This ain't fair. You get to play out here, man. Gosh,
well, who knows?
Beautiful.
Maybe if I do weight loss program program on my truck. Maybe I'll tow the black trailer out with the Corvette and we can do some stuff at the drag show.
Yeah,
maybe. Let's see.
Dude, that'd be sweet. I like that.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Thank you,
Sweet,
bro.
dude.